everyone, and welcome to the introduction part of our book discussion called Living the Artist's Way. So if you haven't heard of Julia Cameron, she's an amazing author. She wrote lots of other books like you're probably familiar with. The Artist's Way, you can see this old cover. I've had this for so long. I think this is her original one from 1992. And then she went on to write tons of different books. And this one of them being my favorite, It's Never Too Late to Begin Again. I love this one. And so when she came out with Living the Artist's Way, meaning asking for guidance and embodiment in what we're doing, I had to have this book. And of course it feels beautiful because it's new. And I love the paper aspect of books because when you're working on the computer a lot, you're kind of digitized out, and it feels really good to be able to use pen and paper. So if you like journaling, you're going to love this book discussion. Feel free to come over to the Skool platform and join me on the Create, Heal, Shine, the Inner Work free community. You can find the link below in the video. And if you're already there, I'm going to be making a post where we're going to have a discussion on all of these videos. So this book itself is actually she calls it a course, but it's 6 chapters. And we're going to be doing all 6 chapters in our group week by week. Might not be perfect exact 6 weeks, but around there, depending on what I have going on, approximately. And talking about the book. But again, I want to emphasize that you don't need the book. I'm going to be sharing a lot about things in the book. And I want to make sure that you know you can join us and participate fully without having the book in any form. So with that being said, for those who don't know me, I'm Angela. I'm a professional counselor and coach. And I am really powerfully fortunate to be here so that I can help those who feel stuck and overwhelmed and maybe feel really far from the life that they envisioned, but you are called to create an impact in this world. And a lot of times we're held back by fear and self-doubt and emotional blocks. And for me, after surviving terminal cancer and a heart transplant, I know transformation is possible. It's the key to absolutely anything. And the only place you need to go is inward. So whether you're starting a business, building a business, or rebuilding your entire life, that is my goal, to support you, to do the inner work, to find clarity, and to finally heal and live with purpose. And this book, I feel, is going to be a really beautiful add-on to everything that I do. And so if you're not part of the community, you should be, because there's workshops and classes and free things and so many beautiful things that you can participate in. So on that note, I want to get to the introduction. So the introduction in the book, like I said, I'm going to be reading you a little bit because you don't need to have the book. But what I want to do is read a little paragraph from what it says at the beginning. This book is about guidance. I'll start with defining guidance and answering the most common question. What is it? Can anyone receive it? Guidance is direction that comes from a higher source of wisdom than we ordinarily encounter. It's the response of the universe to a question. What about blank? Guidance is available to all of us. It's not just the elite few. Anyone can ask for guidance and receive it. All that is required is an open mind. And so with guidance, we ask on the page and we receive answers on the page. And because this book is all about journaling, we're going to be going deep into the journaling aspect portion. So there are 4 essential tools that she talks about in this book. And first she says, it's my hope in this book to both be charming and calming. I hope you will love the deep exploration and practical application of this essential tool. Maybe my experience will demonstrate that it can be meditative and fun to write for guidance. And so she talks about the 4 tools, and I wrote a couple little notes here because I don't want to miss anything. So for those of you doing one of her books for the first time, in all of her books, there is something that is woven through all of it exactly the same, and that is morning pages. And morning pages are what she calls 3 uncensored, just free writing pages in the morning, right away, as soon as possible. The sooner to waking up, the better. And writing about absolutely everything. You can use it to brain dump. You can even write, I can't think of anything to write. You can write whatever you like. But morning pages are the core integral part of all of her books. And she talks about the faster you get to the page, the more effective that it's going to be for you. And this is also uncensored, for your eyes only, not to be shared, not to be read to anybody. This is your place to write freely however you feel called to write. And this isn't the writing for guidance portion. Although you may get guidance from this, you may get insights, of course you will, like journaling, that's what it does. It's a very beautiful tool to reflect and go inward, but there is another part where we're journaling for guidance. So this is just the regular morning pages we're talking about first. 3 pages of just hand-scratched, handwritten, not on the computer, writing. I mean, if you want to customize this to anything you want, I mean, go ahead. I'm not the stickler. She is. So this is what she says about morning pages. Very important. These pages are for your eyes only. Show them to no one. They are a completely private place to dream and wish and complain and muse and dare. They are the bedrock tool of creative recovery. So that is her tool, essential tool number 1. Essential tool number 2 is the artist date. That again is woven through like a thread through all of her books. And a solo or an artist date is like a solo date, something that isn't expensive. It doesn't take a lot of time. It's maybe 1 to 2 hours tops per week that you do something special for yourself. You go to a movie by yourself. You go shopping by yourself. You go for a special outdoor adventure, hiking or kayaking or doing something by yourself. You can go to a bookstore. You could go to try a new restaurant. Whatever it is, whatever you love, get a special coffee somewhere you never have before. Go to check out some beautiful park you've never been to. Go to a botanical garden. Go to thrift stores if that's something that excites you. But whatever it is, once a week, you're going to take yourself on the solo artist date. This is a time where you're just focusing on fun and something exciting. And you know what I found it did for me from going through this last book, which was a lot longer than this book. I think this one had 12 chapters. Is it really opened my eyes to help me get rid of that creative block, get unstuck and really move forward, because sometimes it feels stifling to be in the same place constantly in the same kind of environment. And when you get out of that environment and you go into another environment, it's so freeing. So I love this one. And it's not about, I don't have time. She talks about this. Resist your resistance. It's easy to decide that you don't have time for this date, but artist date have been known to give us insight, inspiration, and happiness. And I want to say also that artist date does not mean you have to be an artist. It does not mean you have to do artisty stuff. It's just a creative date. It's a date to go out, be creative, give yourself, maybe you want to go paint without anybody knowing, and you just want to do something special or work on a project or do something fun that has no ties to it. Like whatever that is, you can do that. That is part of an artist date. Whatever just lights you up and makes you so happy. So that's step number 2 in her 4 essential tools. Now, step number 3 is walking. Walking by yourself, how many times a week? Twice a week. Take yourself for a solo walk. No music, no phone, no pets, no friends, no earbuds. Just you walking down a road, in a forest, in a park, whatever that is for you. And incorporate exercise and self-reflection time just alone for you to think clearly. And why not? This world is so busy and so scattered and so chaotic. I think that for me, I need a lot of grounding as it is. And so this is a really integral part of my routine anyway, is to walk alone without any distractions or anything. I like to clear my head. I like to think. And I know when I come back, I always feel more grounded and more clear. She also says, you may wish to walk out with a question and see if you return with an answer. So that's something we're doing twice a week. So right now we're doing morning pages every morning. We're doing artist dates once a week, like a solo little coffee date with yourself or something fun. Walking twice a week. I do that a lot more than twice a week, but twice a week is her minimum. And then number 4 of the 4 essential tools is writing for guidance. I want to read you this for those of you who don't have the book. When we write for guidance, we write out a question and then we write down what we hear. The novice at guidance may find themselves doubting its validity. What if it's just my imagination? What if it isn't? What if it is? The imagination is far wiser and more benevolent than we had previously thought. The essential message of guidance is the assurance that all is well. Difficulties will work out. We are safe, we are guided, and we are protected. Our guidance comes, and we come to rely upon it. And so writing for guidance is number 4. So we're going to be doing that as an extra addition to the journaling portion, just writing and asking for clarity, writing down what we need, what we're wishing, what we're wanting answers to, and really giving ourselves a chance for that intuition to chime in, being silent long enough to hear it. So this is writing for guidance is all about the intuition, which is why I wanted this book in the first place, because I love what that stands for. And I know when I trust my intuition, it's always right. And I know when I go against it every single time. And so this will really help cement in the intuition in our life, using our intuition, being able to hear it. It's going to really be some stepping stones to be bringing that back in, especially if that voice has been quieted for you. So the next thing is a couple little things I want to read before we start week 1, chapter 1. So she wrote, in 1992, I wrote, anyone who faithfully writes morning pages will be led to a connection with the source of wisdom within. When I am stuck with a painful situation or problem that I don't think I know how to handle, I will go to the pages and ask for guidance. To do this, I will write LJ. Her name's Julia Cameron, but LJ is shorthand for her, Little Julie. And then I ask my question, Little Julie, what should I tell them about this inner wisdom? Then I listen for the reply and I write it down. You should tell everyone. This is the answer that she got. You should tell everyone has a direct dial to God. Nobody needs to go through the operator. Tell them to try this technique with a problem of their own. And so that's where her books decided to become written, was she had the intuition to share this message. And the interesting part was that she asked her inner child to ask the question. And so I thought that was really beautiful. 30 years later, she still seeks this guidance. And despite any doubts, she trusts it. And that's what we're going to be learning to do. So I think that before we start week 1, we're going to be talking a little bit about resistance, because there's going to be so much resistance to doing these things, creating a schedule, trying to do all this stuff, asking yourself, resisting, well, how am I going to fit that in? How am I going to have time to do that? I don't know what to write. And we're just going to push through that resistance. That's going to build our strength. It's going to build all of everything to be able to continue on. As soon as we start creating a new pattern and a new routine, It's going to become really beautiful. She said, a surefire way to discover topics that you might benefit from asking guidance on is to do a favorite exercise called the wish list. Number 1 to 20, and write, I wish. So you can start your morning pages with that. I wish, number 1 to 20. The first day that you're going to start, and fill in the blanks. And then the number 20 is, I most especially wish. Look back at your list, and any of the topics you just listed are fertile ground for guidance. So that's the introduction. The next step we're on is inviting grounding, which is week 1. So I'll wrap this up because that's our introduction to the book, to the chapters. There's only 4 chapters. They're long chapters, but, there's 6 chapters. There's 6 chapters, and they go by inviting grounding, inviting strength, inviting calm, inviting optimism, inviting stamina, and inviting commitment. And they're quite long chapters. So yes, that's where we're going with this. So feel free to comment below. Let's talk about the introduction. Let's talk about the 4 essential tools, the morning pages, the artist states, the walks, the writing for guidance, and let's connect on these topics. Let's share, ask all your questions, leave a comment, talk about what you're going to do. Do you have a journal? Do you have a favorite pen? Do you have paper ready? What are some ideas for some solo dates, some artist dates, some things that you've been wanting to do for a really long time? Like, allow yourself to dream. Put some things in your calendar weekly that excite you, bring you fun, are an adventure. I know I used to love driving to this favorite fabric store and just spending hours in there, just wandering around and looking in corners. I'm not even exaggerating, hours. It was so just full. It was like a garage sale where everything is everywhere and there were samples everywhere. It was so beautiful, and it was just so soothing to the soul. So if that were close to me, boy, I would love that. But maybe as one of my solo dates, I'll try and find something similar here. So anyway, comment, leave me a message, tell me where you are in this. Tell me if you're doing the book, the audio book, or you're going without the book. The more people that I know are going without the book, the more I'll read from it. And yes, you do not need the book to participate. So join me in this, and I'm going to start on Monday doing the morning pages and chapter 1. Today is Wednesday, so I hope you all join me. We're going to have fun. It's going to be a beautiful discussion. I love our little book club that we're starting, and if you love doing things like this, be sure to check my playlist on YouTube under Create, Heal, Shine YouTube channel. I did a whole thing on the 12 weeks of It's Never Too Late to Begin Again, and I went in detail in that. So I can't wait to see you next time, and we'll talk soon. Bye, everybody.